All right, so we're gonna wipe this off. And fuel is just seeping out from this. You can see it. I can't really see it, to be honest.
Yeah, it just kind of comes out of nowhere.
This is so annoying. So I've had some people tell me it's likely the fuel pump is bad in here. So we got some carb cleaner. We're gonna see if we can get it to turn over. All right. Upon further investigation, the ground wire to the fuel pump is just non-existent. Because I checked with the multimeter, it was getting just under 12 when the key was in the ignition, so that tells me the fuel pump is good, but we're missing a ground. So gotta rig something up and see if she will start. Okay, we got the engine choked. I got the fuel pump reconnected, so now we'll test and see if it's actually bad or not. Well, that didn't sound good. So I have determined that the fuel pump is bad. I had to jerry-rig up this white wire to ground here because that's where it was supposed to be, but nothing existed. It was really just that. So just put that in there, checked with the key in ignition. It is getting just slightly under 12 volts, but still not getting any fuel up there. So this is the fuel pump from the other side under the car. For my own remembrance, I'm gonna take this one off. Ding, 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 we happy winner. On the side of this. And then I'm going to have to remove these two lines. And I believe that's it as far as things I have to remove. I'm gonna do that. I have something to catch if there's any excess fuel. Being the absolute mad lad that I am, I decided that I would try to rebuild the fuel pump rather than buying a new one. Hope you enjoyed my terrible British impression. Anyway, the fuel pump here has these two connectors or points that go with these 2 points here. So I just took all of this apart, tried to keep it as organized as possible, and clean these up with a little bit of sandpaper so that way hopefully they can get a connection and actually turn on. Okay, so just put it back together, wiring these cables just so I can test it out here. So this is the positive, put that right there. Okay, and this is the negative. Hey. Okay, well it sounds pretty rough, but it's better than not working. Let's just listen and see if anything happens when I turn the ignition on. Okay, I'm not hearing anything, even though we just hooked it up to the constant 12 and we know it works. So that makes me wonder if the wires are good. So I'm gonna have to do some more tests here. Okay, so I was at a loss because the wires get 12 volts. When that thing gets 12 volts, it works. I was like, what the hell is the problem? So I went and I tested the ground, and the ground wire got 12 volts, which is great. But then when I plugged it in, it was only getting 4. So I'm hoping that if I just clean up the terminal underneath it, that's gonna fix it. We'll see. Okay, it's all primed.
Priming the carburetor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, so we took the air compressor and blew it through the fuel line before the fuel filter there. 2 big globs of crap came out, and we had pressure at the fuel pump itself. So Went ahead and cleaned up the carbs as well. Gonna try and turn it over.
There he is! There's my favorite white boy!
Am I blocking the camera? Oh, you got 3? All right, I'm gonna stand here with the fire extinguisher. I'm scared. All right.
It's pressurizing the fuel.
It's not starting, or?
I'm pressurizing the fuel system. Alright, here we go.
Oh, wow, stop.
Where is it coming out of?
Everywhere just leaked. Yeah. It just started dumping fuel
Where?
out of the carbs, I think. The bottoms.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That probably means they're full.
And
Huh?
yeah.
What do we do?
Well, the gaskets probably need to be tighten them more.
I never took them apart.
Oh, really?
No.
So you just left them here?
I took these things off and
Oh.
cleaned those, but I didn't do anything down below.
Yeah, it literally just started dumping.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, f it. Let's try to start it.
Okay, I'll be ready with the fire extinguisher. The exhaust is right there, though.
Huh?
Well, just turn it on, then turn it right off. This is smart. Bro, it's dumping fuel. It is dumping.
One thing after another. Okay, so I did a carb refresh, put new O-rings at the bottom and new gaskets on the back because that's where we thought it was leaking from. Pressurized the system again, and we got a little bit of a leak right here, which is not too bad. But then I did see that it started coming out of there pretty heavy, so I'm gonna trace this line back, and I guess that must be the overflow. So I don't know if I want to start it because I'm not sure if I want to overfill the engine with that fluid there, fuel. So it turns out this is the anti-runoff system, and that which connects over to here is a vacuum line. A common issue on these cars was that this would happen, and then that's a charcoal canister there, and the fuel would get sucked up into there and just be full of fuel, and it'd be so hot that it would just burst into flames. So good to know that I'm not alone as far as this being a common issue, but it's still an issue that we're gonna need to address. The issue was with the float level here, which I'll adjust just by moving this little metal clip. It needs to be 1 millimeter from the top, and this one was far too low, meaning that when it was right side up, when it was full, it wasn't recognizing that it was full, and that's why it was overflowing and then flowing into the next one. And it was so overfull that it got sucked up into the vacuum line and went over there. So I currently still have this one put together for reference. This one, I believe the levels are correct, but I'm gonna take it apart and rebuild it, clean it out anyway. This one was the issue because this one was far too low. So I'm gonna fix the levels on that, and then hopefully that will correct the issue and we may be able to get it to turn over. But that is all the progress we've made this week. Check back soon for more updates. We're going to a drift event next week, so expect a video on that one coming up soon. Brian's got a prep video coming up for you, and then we will record the actual event, see what happens as far as his abilities, and test out the E36. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.